Friday sees the Ryder Cup get underway. Europe looking to retain the title. They won it in 2023. To do that, you're going to have to become the first team to win it on foreign soil since Europe did so back in 2012. Let's discuss whether they can. We cross over to the States, speak to PGAtour.com writer Paul Hodowanic. All right, Paul?
All right, P-Dog?
How are we, boys?
Yeah, we're good, mate. We're good. Look, you ready for a spanking?
Yeah, incredibly. Yeah, like you just said, hasn't happened since 2012, but you guys seem pretty confident in it happening.
Yeah, we got to be confident. I mean, we got a good side. We got a good team. If you're putting us up as a proper team, we're full of, good individuals, but we've got camaraderie. We've got mentality. I don't know about you Americans, mate. All right, you got Scotty Scheffler, but outside of that, I think you're all individuals.
Didn't Xander Schauffele win the British Open like what, 2 years ago? Or the Open? Sorry,
Yeah.
British Open. Don't want to say that for you guys.
2 years though, mate. It's ages ago.
When did John Rahm win a major last? What do you got?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
We'll see. It should be close. I think you said it, since 2012, a away team hasn't won, but in that time, no one's even come within 5 points of the winning team. So they've been all blowouts. I think this Euro team's a lot better than that. I think it'll be closer than that, but I do actually think the Americans are going to win.
Paul, I've got to ask you. Look, we always see, and it does seem to be the way, that Europe win it in Europe, America win it in America. Why is that? Because a lot of the European Tour players, they play on the PGA. They play, they played Bethpage, and it's incredibly hard course. Why does that always seem to be the case?
Truly, I think it's the atmosphere that it cultivates. It's going to be rowdy out there. I think that's been talked about a lot, and I just think that home field advantage. You guys know that well in football. It's a real thing, and these golfers don't experience that often to this extent. This rabid kind of fandom that you get, and so I really do think it helps. The players play better when it's on their side and gets in the head of the opponents. The home team can set up the golf course, change it a little bit, but like you said, they all play the same tournaments. For the most part, they're all kind of statistically play out to the same kind of players. So it really, I think, just comes down to that crowd.
And you call it a fandom, Paul. I'm not a massive golf fan, but on one of our monitors up here on the back pages tomorrow, I think it's in the Telegraph or the Guardian, it's calling you fans, the US fans, yobs. All right, mouthy yobs. That's what they said. And is that?
Can you define yobs for me? I'm unfamiliar.
Well, I just know, you Americans, you always know when Americans buy
hooligans, basically, is what that means.
Yobs, hooligans, mouthy, all mouth and no trousers, that kind of thing.
You guys, you're not mouthy at all?
No, not the British.
Honestly, mate, you know when an American's by the pool when you're on holiday. You can tell there's Americans there.
I think you're going to get some mouthy American fans for sure. That happened in every year that you got it. I think Scotty Scheffler though said over in Ireland he heard it from the Euro fans as well. I think it's just part of it, but yeah, I think there probably are some worries about it getting out of control. Luke Donald's got guys wearing VR goggles, listening to insults that they've just drummed up for them to try to get them prepared for it. So Europe's trying to plan for it, but and you could tell me, I mean, if you're getting heckled by fans, is there anything you can really do to prepare for that? You just kind of got to deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, look, these players know how to deal with it, I guess. The American fans, though, I mean, New York fans, I guess they've got a bit of a reputation, right? There is a bit of a worry that it might go too far.
I think there is that worry. I think on the bright side, if Europe comes out and just spanks them in that opening session, New Yorkers will turn on you very, very quickly. So if they will boo the Americans if they're playing bad.
Wow.
So if you guys get out to a good start, the crowds will be behind them, but they're not going to let, if you're playing bad golf, they're going to let you know you're playing bad golf. So I think if we're going to talk about how Europe does win this, get off to a good start, get those fans kind of turning against their own guys. I think that's when it starts to become a slippery slope. You start to get worried. You start to know that it hasn't happened since Medina in 2012, and that's how an upset happens.
How did you get on at the start of the last one?
In Italy or back when it was back here?
No, in Italy. Yeah. How did you get on? What was the first day?
Yeah. I couldn't remember actually. You'd have to remind me.
4-0. 4-0.
Whooping.
You got a whooping.
I don't remember that.
I can't see that happening again, right? I think this is going to be a great Ryder Cup. Both teams have got top players, amazing players. You got Rory, who's the big name for Europe. You got Scotty Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood's been in great form. Justin Rose has been amazing this year. But Bryson, JJ Spawn's had a great season. I can't wait for it. Look, over here, it is a massive spectacle, right? It's on 24 hours a day. It's what everyone talks about. It's the one tournament in golf that really catches the eye, along with obviously the Masters. Is it the same in America?
Yeah, it's this and the Masters for sure. I think probably in America the Masters holds just a bit more weight, just maybe because we see it every year, so it's just a little bit more familiar. But there is no event that we talk about for longer than the Ryder Cup, and it's 24 guys, and it's over in 3 days. We spend so much time in the lead up talking about who's going to play together, who's going to be on this team, how much is Luke Donald impacting it, how much is Keegan Bradley impacting it. And then it's over so quickly. Things just happen so quick. And that's why you see things, I think, kind of spiral out of control. There's so many nerves because people think about this for so long, for whole careers. It's the biggest pressure cooker of the sport. That's for certain.
Now, Paul, people mock me a lot, in particular Jamie, because the question that I always kind of go to, I'm not a massive golf fan, but one question that people always laugh at me, but one question that people like you always seem to appreciate is the weather, right? Now, I've had a look at Farmingdale. I've got my weather app up at the moment, right? And it looks to me like the weather conditions are going to be pretty nice, actually. 26 on the Friday, 24 on the Saturday, and 23 on the Sunday. There's a chance of rain on all of those days. However, looking at what the weather looks like, how it's going to play out, who does it suit the most?
That's a good question. I think
every time, Paul. I'm so glad. I know, but
it's not a good question.
Do you know what? It is a good question. Let Paul answer. Let Paul go on, Paul.
Jamie, you guys, but Jimmy, you know this too about athletes when they just need to buy a second to think about what they're going to say.
Yeah,
that's a good question. It doesn't always mean it's a good question. It doesn't always mean it's a good question. It's simply I need a couple extra seconds to think about what my answer is.
You've had plenty of time now. Give me the answer to the question.
I think if it's dry, it favors the Americans. Not even as much so about the play, because I think, as we talked about, they're very similar teams. I don't think when it's wet and the ball doesn't go as far, I don't think that really benefits one team. But I think if it's wet and kind of gross and not that fun out there, the crowd's not going to be as big of a factor. I think if you're American, you want it bright and sunny, you want it dry, so people are all got their drinks in hand, ready to go, want to be out there all day. It's going to absolutely downpour tomorrow, basically all day Thursday. They moved up the opening ceremony to Wednesday here today.
Okay.
Of course, I think is going to be pretty soaked, but come Friday, Saturday, it doesn't seem like rain's going to play that big of a factor. So probably benefits the Americans. But yeah, I think you guys got to be rooting for rain.
Yeah.
On AM, on DAB, via the TalkSport app, and on your smart speaker. TalkSport.